date was July 11th, 2019. The Oklahoma City Thunder traded their franchise cornerstone, Russell Westbrook, to the Oklahoma City Thunder in exchange for Chris Paul and draft picks that will be thinged all the way into 2026. This series has been amazing. We witnessed Game 7 tonight. Will the Beard choke once more? Or will the Beard prove he can win in the postseason?
And after one thrilling Game 7 last night, hopefully we have a second one tonight. It's the Thunder and the Rockets Game 7. We're previewing it today. We are giving my prediction, the score prediction, who I think will be the MVP of the game. If you guys are new here, subscribe to me at Never Quit Nate here on YouTube here. And we post sports videos about all three leagues. And follow me on Instagram, you already know, at NeverQuitNate_, posting everything. Let's get into this prediction. Hold on. I'm sure a couple people, at least a couple, noticed that I'm wearing a Utah shirt. Even though they just blew a 3-1 lead last night to lose the series to Denver. Well, I ordered this thing when Utah was up 3-2 in the series, hoping that either it would be here for at least for Game 7 or at least by the time they played the Clippers. But guess what? They're not playing the Clippers. Very sad. That game was absolutely legendary. I honestly actually cried, and I was just sitting there in pain just like Mitchell when I saw him in pain. Like, I love Mitchell. I love Murray too, but overall definitely was rooting for the Jazz all series. What a shame. Alright, so the first things first for this game, I want to go over the ESPN odds. They have Houston as the minus 5.5 point favorites here. They're 5.5 favored. So, I think that's pretty fair, to be honest. I think, Houston is a plus 43 in this series. They have been the better team for sure, because whenever it's been a close game, OKC's gotten the W. Whenever it's been a blowout, Houston's gotten the W. So, Houston is the favorites, as they probably should be. And the Thunder's largest win of this series was by 12 points, but you can't even really say that. That was an overtime game that they ended up winning by 12. So if we're just going by regulation here, then it's actually plus 55 for the Rockets in the series. All right, guys, so position breakdowns. Point guard, we got to go with the OKC Thunder maybe having a slight advantage because Paul has stepped up in the big moments this series, whereas Westbrook's only played 2 games, and he's been not so great. A million turnovers late in the game in Game 6, not very good. And he's kind of hurt the Rockets a little bit, at least as far as Game 6 is concerned. And in Game 5, he shot horrendously. Game 6, he got the turnovers. These two were traded for each other last summer. And Westbrook was definitely looked at as the better player in the trade. And let's not forget, I like Westbrook. And he had that amazing run to start the 2020 calendar year, okay? He was doing amazing, but it has not been working out so far in these playoffs for him, obviously. And so I think Paul, tonight, I might take Paul over Westbrook. Both of them, though, a lot of respect, especially Paul. And then the shooting guard position. James Harden, this is where the Rockets obviously have the biggest advantage because James Harden is a beast. And they have James Harden, and the Thunder have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at that spot. Gilgeous-Alexander, he's a good, solid player, of course, but obviously can't compare to Harden. Harden, what he's got to do tonight, he's got to shoot clutch. We've been talking about it for years, that Harden has not really stepped up in big games. Now, he hasn't necessarily been atrocious in big games. He did hit a couple big shots against Golden State last year, but come on now, Harden, this is a big game for you. You're not playing the Warriors, you're playing the Thunder. Got to get things right tonight if you're James Harden. So I'm not going to do a position-by-position breakdown for the other positions because these teams kind of mix and match a lot, their bench and the rest of their starting lineups. But we have a clear advantage for OKC at the center, of course, with Steven Adams. As the Rockets play a lot of small ball, they do not have a center, and Steven Adams has a chance to really step up tonight for the Thunder. He only had 6 points last game. That's not good. For the Thunder, Dennis Schroeder is probably going to be a pretty big part of this game. For the Rockets, I think Daniel House Jr. is going to be a pretty key player to step up for them. Same with Robert Covington. And you already know PJ Tucker, the guy who he is, he's going to be locked in for Game 7. Don't think he's just going to back down. He's going to be a big part of this game. Eric Gordon, his shooting is going to be a key. So we're almost at my score prediction, but now we're just going to give a quick little breakdown of Paul and Harden, how they've each performed this series, and what I think they'll do tonight. James Harden, 31.8 points per game so far this series. That's About what you would expect from him in the playoffs, points per game wise at least, and especially because he's played without Russ for the majority of the series. Harden shot 48.8% from the field. That's pretty solid, especially considering that he does take a lot of tough shots. But 33.8 from three-point range. He could, you already know, he shoots some tougher threes, so it's not horrific, but it's definitely not great. It's something that is not championship level type of three-point shooting from a guy who shoots like a million threes. So you want him to step up a bit more in that regard. And for Harden, I have him dropping a 37 piece tonight. CP3, he has scored 21 points per game. I honestly feel like it would be a little bit higher than that, but it's not. It's just that he's been stepping up in crunch time. He shot 49.5% from the field. That's good. He has a nice game. He obviously incorporates the mid-range into his game, unlike a lot of players in this era. And Paul's shooting 35.1% from three. He's not amazing at it, but you already know he hit those two amazingly clutch threes late in Game 6. And for Paul, I think he'll drop 19 tonight. I don't think he'll have a huge game. I'm just not feeling it. I hope he does. I don't know exactly who I want to win because Rockets-Lakers is a way better series. And I think I'm going to go for the Rockets tonight despite me going kind of heavily for OKC all series. I'm going to root for the Rockets tonight because Rockets-Lakers, way better matchup. Rockets were my preseason pick to win the title. And I definitely don't dislike the Rockets. It's just that I like the Thunder, but they've had a great run. It would be nice to see them move on, but come on. At the end of the day, I want good second-round basketball, and the Rockets versus the Lakers will give that to us. Let's go Rockets. I can't believe I'm actually rooting for a favored team for once. And as far as my prediction is concerned, I'm going Rockets 117, Thunder 103. It's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be somewhere in between, not quite one of those absolute roots for Houston, but it's not going to be one of those games where the Thunder get the W. Although I would love an absolutely close game, I'm going Rockets by 14. That's just what I'm feeling, but obviously I'm extremely excited to see what this game gives us. These NBA Game 7s, absolutely insanely fun. But tell me, guys, what you think in the comments below for tonight's ball game. Absolutely unbelievable that we're getting to witness this game after it was 2-0 Houston in the series. Then they blew out Game 5 to take it back to 3-2. The Thunder got the win. As I made a reaction video to that, I was extremely excited to see OKC survive. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you think my preseason Rockets prediction to win the chip will even make it out of the first round? Will it or will it not? And as I mentioned earlier, follow me on Instagram. You already know. Comment below. Comment below the score prediction. If you get it right, I will definitely give you a shout out on Instagram, on a couple of Instagram platforms, and in my YouTube channel.
Hi guys!
That be in the video.